Take care of your tribe. They're going to take care of your customers. Alea is not a family. Alea is a tribe.
Oh, I was not prepared for this. We're here at the Alea stand with Alex Tomic, but we're in the hyperbaric chamber. I hope I'm saying it correctly.
Hyperbaric chamber, you said it correctly.
We know you do the podcasts here, and we know you're very much into the well-being and health. What got you into the whole well-being and also dragging kind of the company and the team with you?
25 years ago, my mother had cancer, and I tried, I was 27 years old, to find any way to save her. Obviously, I didn't, and she died a couple of months after. My father started having dementia 10 years ago. I brought him to Barcelona in 2016, and the last 4 years he spent them with me, and I saw the cognitive decline. He couldn't speak, he couldn't walk. At the end, I've heard about a treatment called hyperbaric pressure. I put him in the chamber, and the change were immediate in one session. So it really worked. Unfortunately, he died from COVID, the second week of COVID. And then COVID hit, especially Barcelona. I mean, very hard. We were under total lockdown. The logic was, if you had COVID, you could survive in hyperbaric chamber. And a year and a half after I had COVID, I could see my oxygen level dropping down to 94%, which starts becoming really dangerous. I would go in the hyperbaric chamber, it would go back at 99%, and then it would drop back again, and then I would go back again. I would sleep inside it, and I would have this strange curve of going up, going down, going up, going down. Let's say for 7, 8, 9 days, I'd go it 4 or 5 times, longer or shorter period. And it was like a lifeline. And then you would wake up one day and your oxygen level would be at 99%, and you knew that you escaped the acute phase. At the beginning of COVID, if my business partner, my co-founder, Charlotte Lecomte, which is also the CTO of the company, or any of the C-level would have COVID and would die, the company would collapse. If some of them would die, like 2 of them, the company would collapse. Just 1 of them will be in trouble. They're also friends, you know? And I also start thinking about the other people in the company. And this is like 150K. 150K is nothing compared to the cost of a human life. Also very pragmatic thinking, the cost of losing members of your company. So we called the manufacturer, OxyHelp, and we said, please bring us 1 now. And he said, actually, there's 1 going to Real Madrid. I said, okay, I want it. Yeah. Because a couple of years before, my small chamber that should have gone to me went to Sergio Ramos, which is the captain of Real Madrid. And he took my chamber back in time. So I said, okay, Sergio Ramos took my small chamber. A couple of years after, the big chamber, which is going to Real Madrid, I'm taking it. And the guy said, okay, we're friends now, we know each other, I'm gonna deliver it to you. They delivered it in a couple of days, mounted it. We never used it for that. But I was thinking, if someone would have had COVID, I would take my car, go at their home at night and do something completely legal, expose myself to the virus, bring them back to the office, set up a little hospital, okay, food, etc., and put them in the chamber and have them survive. That was how we launched, let's say, what is today the health program of Alea, and then everybody had a U-ring. We bought a U-ring for all the staff of the company. Then the Whoop. Now we're tracking everyone. We have, I think, released 200 Whoops now within the industry. I have the application here. We track all the people from our company and from our industry. It's not that we track them, we see each other's, you know. And we have inside Biohacker, we have a WhatsApp group, and he's challenging us every day. Let's eat at least 4 hours before you go to bed to see the impact on your heart rate. Don't drink for 3 days. Stop coffee at midday, and other type of challenges. And we see the impact of these challenges on a cohort of people that engage into a challenge into the Whoop application. We have now a sauna, we have a gym, we have a cold plunge. We have a lot of this. I mean, half of the office.
The full package.
Yeah, it's half of the office is a spa. The other half of the office is where people work, and now we open another office with a hammam and other kind of devices. So we're very focused around health because basically health is what money can't buy. And health is the thing that you can have many problems in your life. Once you lose health, you only have one problem. Many of our employees have posted on LinkedIn or came to talk to me directly or talk between each other and say, I've been at Alea for 1 year, I've been at Alea for 2 years, and now I have muscles, or I stopped drinking, I quit smoking, I feel better, I sleep better. It does impact them in a very positive way in their daily lives. So we have, and I can see it by the numbers. I can see how their resting heart rate is decreasing over time, or the heart rate variability is increasing over time, the sleep. Put this at the forefront of your company culture. You can really see the impact on people, and we have maybe 1 or 2 times per year we do a retreat about health. So we have speakers that are coming and talking to us about food, sports, we do ice baths together, etc. We see how people are reacting to that in a very, very positive way.
Wow, that sounds good. And no, it really, you've created like a company culture with this, I'm sure.
No, completely. I mean, the company culture is centered around health. Yeah. And basically, the concept is, if you take care of your tribe, they're going to take care of your customers. It can be, you can see it in a very capitalistic way, in a very pragmatic way. Take care of your employees, they're going to take care of the company, they're going to take care of the customers. If they feel that they're taken care of, they also are going to communicate that culture of care to your customers. If you don't take care of your employees, they're not going to take care of themselves, they're not going to take care of the customers.
Exactly. And I also remember you once told your team comes first before the customers.
In a very pragmatic way. I was talking with Tom Light before from First. Someone was making, I think, 150 million per month back in time, 10 years ago. So imagine, was telling him, what's more important for you, your family or your work? And he said, of course, my family. He said, no, it's your work. So why? Because if you lose your work, you lose your family. You're not able to provide for your family. If you're not able to provide anymore, you failed your mission. It's the same thing for a company. I will tell to my customer, my employees, our tribe is more important than you, because if they are not here, you won't be here. If we don't take care of them, they won't take care of you. So it's not that you come second, it's that they come first, because that way they will take care of you, and they understand. And I insist on the concept of tribe versus the concept of family. We don't consider at Alea that we are a family. First of all, because our people, they have their own family. They have their partner, husband or wife and kids. Alea is not a family. Alea is a tribe. Why it's a tribe also not a family? Because a tribe is ruled by meritocracy and by hierarchy. And family is ruled by blood, which means that the stupid brother wins over the smart cousin. So we're not a family. We're definitely not a family.
Yeah.
We are a tribe, okay? But we work together, we spend at least 8 hours per day together, so we need to take care of each other.
Is innovation something that you're really passionate about bringing to the company? And how do you balance keeping that traditional core and also bringing in new stuff, new trends, new innovation? Innovation
is a tricky beast. In 2015, we built the first virtual reality casino. Yeah. We built an iteration of that in 16, 17, 18. We built a virtual reality slot with pragmatic play back in time. We built another version of the virtual reality casino with Unreal Engine. First, it was with I forgot the software we used. Unity. So Unity first, Unreal after, like a video game. It looked like GTA. It was like, I remember putting in the goggles and crying. Like, oh, that's so freaking cool. 2015. In 2025, virtual reality is still not a thing. So you don't want to be the first one. I mean, innovation is beautiful, but we spent 1.5 million, 2 million, I don't remember, and we could have invested that in other products and have a much better ROI. And on the other side, we've developed a sports tournament that business never really pushed. So innovation needs to be led by business, that's one thing. And also you need to accept something when you innovate, is that it's a little bit when you do seed investment, like a VC. Out of 10 products, you're going to put money in. That's why you put little tickets. You put 50K, 100K in these companies, because 10 of them are going to die, and maybe more 50. And one is going to succeed, and that one that's going to succeed is going to give you the ROI on all the other ones. So you need to accept that when you do innovate, you are going to, all of your innovations are not going to work. And that's very hard to accept. It's a little bit like rejection. Like, let's say in a dating environment, you need to accept that you're going to go talk to 10 people, if you're a man, 10 women, and 9 of them are going to reject you, and 1 of them is going to accept you. So you need to accept that. It's exactly the same with innovation. A lot of people, they don't accept that. They try to innovate, or they innovate, and 1, 2, 3 times didn't work and they stop. And that's why very few people are innovating. They don't understand the cost of innovation. The cost of innovation is a lot of failure. We do innovate in Alea, but we try to be as careful as we can be in where we invest our resources, because on the other side there's business, you know, the low-hanging fruit business.
Tell me a little bit about the Continent 8 assessment certification.
So what we've noticed at some point with game providers, especially, I mean, we noticed that with NetEnt back in time, that, and even microgaming, that the API wasn't the best it could be.
Yeah.
These companies that are 10, 15 years old, they've grown, and now they have very solid APIs, and we've learned from them, especially from, I repeat it often, from Play and Go. Play and Go has a very good API. So we have integrated all these APIs. We were like a Babel tower, trying to speak like 50 different languages. And then the new software providers came, and we were trying to speak their language. The problem is that we used to speak language of companies that were 10 years old, and now we speak the language of a company that's 1 year old, that basically is a toddler. They couldn't do retries, rollbacks, reconciliation, tokenization, and we're trying to tell them, look, that's needed in order to go live. And they would say, no, it's fine, let's go live without that. Said, no, we're not going to go live without that, because it's going to be a problem for you, for us, for the customer. You're going to be hacked. The problem came with all these hacks we were seeing in the industry. And hacks that were sometimes, especially with big operations, crypto operations, they were doing 2, 3, 400 million GGR per month. They could be hacked like 1, 2 million GGR per, 1, 2 million, sorry, not GGR, like withdrawals per month. And they would not even see it. They would see it maybe after 1 or 1.5 years. But sometimes they never see it. So we decided to do reverse integration. We decided that we were the one that knew how to speak the proper language, and these new software providers were going to integrate us. And even then, they couldn't do it because they would have to rebuild the system in order to do that, because they were focusing on building great games, and the competition is fierce. So you're going to go fast and build these good games, and you don't think about the API because it's just an API. If you have Spotify and you have error in the API, and you wanted to listen to Taylor Swift, and you got, I don't know, the Rolling Stones, it's fine. But we are in an industry where there's money in and money out. So basically you can print money. So hackers can't hack banking APIs anymore because they are PCI compliant, it's 3D secured, it's no way to hack them. But you can hack a gaming API, and if you hack a gaming API, it's exactly like you're hacking the banking API, because you're hacking the wallet. You're able to print money, okay? So we did this reverse integration. Now they're integrating us. We're known as being difficult in the industry from the supplier side, because they always say, Alea, you take so much time to validate. No, we don't take time to validate. You're not at the level. The problem is it takes me too much time to explain you how it works. You should know it. You don't know it, but and we're not gonna give you the green light if you don't do that, because we want to secure all the transactions that are coming from you to us to the operator. All this technical logistic chain, we want to secure it and be sure that there's not going to be hacks, because it's bad for the operator. At the end of the day, he's going to pay his liability, but it's also bad for you, because if you're hacked and it's you starting and people know it, you're going to lose your credibility, your reputation, you're dead. And I remember being on a panel, and we were talking about hacks, and there's this young lady, she was working for a provider, and she's asking me, please don't ask me about the hacks. It's my first panel, I don't want to talk about that. I said, I'm sorry, I mean, I'm not the moderator, I'm a panelist like you are, you know? And the moderator asked her about the hacks, you know? And she was petrified. I understood why, because they have been hacked 2 days ago. But the same night I was at the dinner, and there's a guy that was in the audience, a friend of mine. And he said, I've heard you talking about the hacks and this company that's been hacked and this software provider, blah, 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 blah. And I know you knew it was us, and thank you for not saying it. I wasn't talking about you guys. So everybody gets hacked. The providers, they know it.
Yeah.
They see it most of the time. The operators, they don't. So you have a silent bleeding.
Okay.
So we decided to partner up with Continentate, because I've heard Peter Williams, which is their managing director in Asia, 2 years ago in Manila, Sigma Manila, talking about the fact that DDoS were not a big thing anymore, that hacking banking APIs were not a big thing anymore. The big thing was hacking game APIs, CRM APIs, or affiliate marketing software APIs. CRM marketing APIs, you're going to lose some data about your players. But if the game API is hacked, it's not data that you're losing. It's money, because money is created. So when I've heard that gentleman speaking about that and see that we were so aligned on that, we contacted them. The first thing we did is a penetration test, successfully done, but also that forced us to upgrade our systems. Then we did security assessments, and now we're doing something else. I forgot what it is, to be honest. And we are trying to convince software providers that want to integrate with us to go talk to Continentate or any other company. We would recommend Continentate. We don't have any deal with them. I mean, we're not an affiliate. These assessments are cheap, to be honest. There's no money to make there. And but we recommend them to do it because we believe that it's important for them, it's important for us, it's important for the operator.
Going back a little to the company culture, you know, when founding Alea and in that process, did you think it was going to get to the place it is today?
No, completely not. No, never. I mean, when we started Alea in 2012, we were giving free coffee. I mean, inside the office, you would have the Nespresso cups. They were costing, I remember, 30 to 35 cents, depending on the coffee. And we're giving it for free. And I say that because I went in the company of a friend of mine, and they were selling this little cup for €1. So they were making 60 cents or something like that on the back of the employees for having coffee. And I thought, what a motherfucker, you know?
Yeah.
So we were giving the coffee for free, which for us was already something, you know?
Health was still there, trying to, kind of...
No, I wouldn't say health, because, I mean, coffee, water, and fruits, not really health.
Yeah,
But
fruits.
some benefits. No, what changed everything? That's when we acquired an hyperbaric chamber like that for the employees, and that's when we thought, okay, we're gonna go a little bit further now. Now that we're doing that, why don't we put a gym? Why don't we put an ice bath? Why don't we put a sauna? We're gonna give them not this bottle coming from this big plastic thing, No, we're gonna take glass, bottled water, volcanic water, vegetarian meals every day, quality of air, quality of light, non-flickering light. It's bad for your mood, it's bad for many things. So quality of air, quality of light, quality of water, etc., etc.
Besides health and besides building that within the company culture, how do you build a company from scratch? Because it was 2012 when you founded it.
Yeah, and it was an operator. We were an operator. And in 2020, we split with my ex-business partner, and he took the operation, cost million, and I took Alea, which was an internal aggregator, and we made it an aggregator that we resell to other companies. An example I take is a competitor of ours, and for which I have a lot of respect, is SoftSwiss. They've been here for 15 years. SoftSwiss is huge. They've been here for 15 years. Take SoftBet. Huge, even faster growing company. They've been here for 9 years. Still, it's 9 years, 15 years. It takes time. You can do 4 years, for example, like Red Tiger, Nick Morgan did with Red Tiger Gaming and sold it for 250, 300 million to Evolution. You can do that. Big Time Gaming did more or less the same thing. Hacksaw Gaming did something similar. We see these studios between 4 to 6 years, No Limit City, and I could go on and on. Selling for between 300 mil, 5 mil, I mean 2 billion for Hacksaw, if I'm not mistaken, IPO. It takes time. You have two ways to do it: short time, long time.